My name is Viktor Kidson, and we're here in Zürich at Zürich for a Synergy tonight. I'm here with Michael, also known as Morvan. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. It's really exciting to be here. The party is just a blast.
It is a fantastic night. You just played your set. How was it?
Absolutely fantastic. The crowd went wild. I played all my favorite tracks. I did a producer set, so that means I only played my own.
Everything was your own?
Yeah, it was my own tracks. And I played just the very best. All my favorite tracks. And I think people appreciate it.
What was your favorite track for tonight?
I tried to, because of the set time and everything, I tried to put Fly Away, which was my latest release, which had a lot of support from Above and Beyond, for example, in Above and Beyond Group Therapy. It's also one of my absolute favorite tracks. I put it towards the very end, so I wanted to have a
special moment.
Right? Yeah, exactly. And I think people really loved it as much as I did.
How does that feel to get support from people like, or artists like Above and Beyond?
It's amazing. I got into trance, into music, started doing music as well, because I was such a big fan of all the big names as well back then. And I mean, it's so nice about trance is that to this day, the big names stay in here, right? So I mean, Above and Beyond, for example, one of my favorite all-time vocal trance artists, and it's great, years later after you even start doing it, they appreciate your work as well, and it's just absolutely fantastic. Also, it's, people listen to it around the world, and this is just an amazing feeling. It's absolutely great.
What was it that made you want to produce your own music?
The major reason? Yeah. I think I got me some CD player or something that said, "Oh, this is amazing! I've listened to trance music the whole day, absolutely cool." And then I thought, "Hey, why don't I do it my own music?" Then I started out doing some production on computer. Just started with the very basics and stuff like that. I had a tiny bit of music theory before, but then I kind of learned everything on my own, and it was absolutely amazing experience as well, because you get better and better if you keep at it, and it's just so inspiring to listen all this great trance music and think, I want to do that too.
So how do you get inspired from melodies and things that you put in the tracks?
I studied actually tons of different genres as well. It's not I'm only focused on trance. Trance is like the main thing for me, but I love every kind of music as well. So I listen to a lot of music, and I even analyze compositions of different genres and even classical music and stuff like that. And then you can see also read up on some music theory while studying like Bach compositions and stuff like that. So you get better and better at it, and then all the music theory. But at some point when you're doing it for years into production, you hear the melodies. You start doing it and you say, it has to go like this, it has to go like this. And this is the best moment, is when it just flows out of it. It's hard work you have to put in at first, but at some point you start really hearing the melodies exactly as they should be.
How does your creativity work? Is it that you produce when you're creative, or can you produce even when you're not creative?
That's a good question. I think sometimes you're absolutely inspired, and then everything works. You just do it, and then it goes so fast. Like you say, this now has to go here, and you can hear the melody. You can hear. I often try to work with answers, like a question and answer melody types. Like one instrument states a question, and then you answer it with another element. And sometimes you do the question, or you like synthesize a lead or like an harp or a arpeggio, and then you can hear now there has to be an answer, and you can hear the melody already, and then you do this and you get amazing melodies. But sometimes you have to really work for it. Sometimes like a lot of times you think, now I have some free time, now I could work on it, right? I could work on it, but then it doesn't go as easy
because you're not creative, or in the flow, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you still work on it, right? You're not saying that now I give up, but you still work on it. But I think the amount of things you get done in the same time is lower. So I think the most important part about a phase where you're really inspired, really creative, is that you're fast. You're just the things, everything goes together. But sometimes it's also because you worked on it hard for several days, and then you build all the pieces, and then it's easier for it to mesh together. And then, of course, you get creative. You know, it's like a.
Tell me about your podcast.
My broadcast. Yeah, so I started creating music, right? And then I thought mixing is also something that I want to do. And I mix music, like I really love mixing it, you know. So and then you want to share those mixes you do. And I have to not always get the chance to stand on stage and feel the music with everybody. But I think through broadcasting and through a radio show that you're doing, you can kind of share the moment of what you're doing with mixing for everybody at the time they're choosing it to be, you know. Like it's not always easy. There are some shows, for example, I mean, State of Trance or something, where there's a set time of when you bring it and when people listen to it, and then everybody listens to it at that time, right? And then of course this is amazing as well. But then there's also the possibility nowadays with these podcasts and everything.
What can we expect from you in the future right now?
I work. There will be several remixes I did, but I'm working right now on a cool new original, and this is going to be amazing. But that's all I can tell for now. So it should be really great. So definitely more originals that will stay true though to my style.